But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Show they got Wale. What's up?
Hey, hey.
What's up, brother?
Honor to meet
Welcome,
you, man. Harry
Absolutely.
Mack.
Harry Mack.
Yes, sir.
Harry
Yes,
Mack
sir.
in the building.
Joy to be here with you. My
Harry
name's Harry Mack.
Harry Mack.
How we feeling?
Good name, man. Listen.
Oh, thank you.
We are ready.
Beautiful.
We are very ready.
Man, well,
Excited to talk to you, man.
yes, sir.
Excited to talk to you.
Well, I'm honored to be sitting here talking to both of you guys, man. This is super dope. I'm gonna do a freestyle rap for you guys. So,
Love that, Harry Mack.
yes, so.
This is the man that can judge you.
I already know. I'm sitting here with a legend, man. Two legends, but a legend in hip hop as well. So I don't have anything pre-memorized or prepared or pre-planned in advance. I'm going to improvise off the top of the dome.
Love that.
So can I get like some random words or topics or suggestions from you
Random
guys?
words or topics.
Things to incorporate into the freestyle.
Money.
Money, yes.
Money.
Yes.
Miami.
Miami. Beautiful. Let's get 2 or 3 from each of you, maybe. So I can test my memory.
Friendship.
Money, Miami, friendship.
Ass.
Ass. Can we do that? We good with that? Ass. Yeah. All right.
So you need more than 4?
Let's get 6. We'll get 2 more.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Horses.
Horses. There we go. Yes. Horses. One more.
And falafel.
Falafel. Yes. I love it. All right. Let me review. Don't remind me unless I ask because I got to make sure I got to memorize here.
Yes.
We're going to go with money. Miami. Friendship. Ass. Horses. And falafel. Those are the words?
Yes. Yeah.
Should we try this?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to pull a beat up here real quick so we can make this happen.
All
All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay. Just pull a random beat.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get this coming out of my speaker, though. Hold on.
You keep it down there. That sounds like about 90 BPMs. You're down in there.
Yeah.
Just something so you can find it.
Something comfortable. Yeah. You already know.
Once you're up at 99, 100, you start,
Yes.
You have to double time it at that point.
Exactly. We're not going into Big Daddy Kane territory yet.
Harry Mack, what you got?
Yeah. Living in LA where every day is sunny. When I'm spitting, I be stacking up the money. Y'all know we got the paper, we keep it in the stash. I'm getting the money, getting the green, getting the cash. Yeah, I said we never sell our soul, I truly meant that.
Yeah.
We about to get the money, reinvest, and then we spend that. We building up the finance. If they step to me, they don't even stand a slight chance. Check the way that I maneuver, though. We got a lot of my freestyle sound hotter. Trying to get more money so I can cop the fly Pradas. Hey, y'all know we get into the new loot. I'm trying to look something like Will Smith in the blue suit. We really about to take it there, making people feel this. When they become a deliverance right off of the mental, they know I'm the realest. Hey yo, I grip the mic, deliver all these damn frees. Matter of fact, they film me from LA out to Miami. Anywhere we at, man, my flow's in reach. I said I'm about to take these lyrics out to Miami Beach. I said anywhere we at, y'all know that we deliver. Welcome to Miami, yo, that jam sounds sicker. H-Mac, I'm about to break it down, I'm giving them props. 50 years of hip hop, we make them listen, it's hot. I be doing what I'm feeling, and y'all know that they can't end this. Ride or die, me and this beat, we form a friendship. Yeah, y'all know we stay connected like best friends. They about to feel these lyrics from the east to the west end. Anywhere we at, we connected like family. Cause when I be spitting right up at the mental, I'm bringing y'all that insanity. I got these rappers panicky, they knowin' the deal. I'm never faking when creating, I'll be flowing for real. I said, we getting cash and I be on the task. I got people straight up dancing, got you shaking your ass. Next level, I'ma kill the game truly. When I spit, man, I got them all shaking they booty. I turn into a movie, I do me. Y'all know they want me to spit strong freeze and have the people shaking they donkey. I be going beyond. My freestyle's gorgeous, so fresh with it, the cameras gotta record this. Yeah, hey yo, I'm riding up on them horses. Wait, then again, ride or die, we pulling up in Porsches. Yeah, when I spit, they know the rhymes I'm repping. I might pull up in the horse, that's a 911. Yeah, Mac, I make it known. I turn rappers to more cowards. Pulling up in the 911, plenty horsepower. Yeah, y'all know that my freestyles are colossal. By comparison, my competition all be sounding awful. Just to come through with these hot flows, it should probably be unlawful. And I'm eating up these beats kinda like they a falafel. Yeah, I know we coming off at the top. When it come to freestyles, man, the Mac don't stop. I'm really out here doing this. They know the flow is too legit. When rhyming in alignment, I'm shining just like your crucifix. Yeah, more territory I'm exploring. Live connected with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Y'all know I kill it proudly. They know all about me, man. I'm here to save the day like Marcus and Mike Lowry. Check the way we do it, dog. I rock the style, the hottest child. I'm like albino crocodile. How I'm snapping on my haters. When I'm rapping, it be major. I'm more royal, sir. Wait, hold up. I hope that's not a spoiler. I'ma keep it in motion. I'm killing it truly. I bubble like jacuzzi. I was blessed to see that movie. Bad Boys 4 is coming. Y'all know we get live. Hey, by the way, can I get a cameo in Bad Boys 5? Let's go. Hey.
Yo, got Geos. Yo, got Geos. Yo, got Geos. Hey ho, they got Geos. Say hi, Harry.
Yo, people.
Big up, Harry said. Big up to the man in the know. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. I don't think Jim's got any new ones. Let's have a look. We'll just have to do an old one. Jimmy Ennis, boy. Jimmy Ennis. No new ones, man. We did all three there, didn't we? So, let's go popular. Yeah, we got a 27-minute video by the Flat Earth Brothers talking about Artemis debunking the globe. And then I've got another little one from what's his name? Oh, what the heck? Oh, what's his name? Gone out my head. Terry Eicher. Where he's showing the crew, the Artemis crew, coming out to get photographs and that taken and that in front of people before they launched. And then you've got your crowd pointing the phones towards them, videoing them, and the Artemis people are nowhere to be seen on the phones. It's completely different. It's some guy standing there. They've been masked in afterwards, I think. So yeah, let's check that in a bit after the main topic anyway. Because that April Fools fooled no one, Godgies. It fooled no one. It fooled no one. Popular, what we got. Right, let's go down a bit. Baz and the Hoos, Canal in the Hoos. You two in the Hoos so far. It's just you two. Right, what we got? Right, we need a dark one. I've done that not long ago. Okay, let's do this one. Orion. Let's do Orion. From Wee Wiley back. Bong 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 bongi. Bong 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 bongi. Yeah, I tune, bro. Bong 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 bongi. Bong 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 bongi. Boingy, boingy one night. Send yourself a super chat. Yeah, Artemis is a lot bigger joke than TFP. Well, they're about the same standard. Okay. But no, it's something copyright free anyway. Jim's on a Jim's. On a Jim's. This is really good. Right. Why did you listen to it? Did you Shazam it? Yay! Thank you, PJ, for the super chat. £2 super chat just to reach the goal. Nice one, PJ. Bless you, bro. Way, PJ just sent me a super chat, bro. Oh, bless, guys. I just wanted to see the confetti go bling 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 bling. Thank you, Jim boy. Yeah, I think he's used that tune a few times in his observations. All right. He does try to use the copyright free ones. Sometimes I get copyrighted on them, but it's copyright that still allows the video to be seen, just not monetized. Jim's link for Andy watching the match. Wow. The chat replay. The chat replay. Oh, by the way, Tyson Fury fought. Who did he fight again? What was the guy's name? He won anyway. Tyson Fury won it. It went all the way 12 rounds and was unanimous decision. So I want to show that fight as well. So as soon as I can get that in HD and the Deontay Wilder one, I'll show that on the same night. Yeah. I might. Well, if it's on Netflix, it'll probably end up on the movie channel. So I've got anyway. So I'll check that out. but I still want the Deontay Wilder one. But I've now got a link that we can watch live boxing if I can ever set it up for a stream to do a live boxing event. So I might be able to do that at some point now. Just because of a handy little site, you know, that's completely legit and legal. Totally legit and legal, man. You know? Hey, listen, just because it's illegal doesn't mean to say it's immoral, does it, bro? It's a different thing. Legality and law, completely different things. Right, anyway, let's get on with it. So, I better put the link in for peepers. Did I put Jim's link in? Yeah, I did. Link for peoples. If anybody wants to jump in, there's the link. So this is Founded Earth's brother video. I haven't even watched it. I've watched a later video there. It's the one that's called the solar eclipse. I've saved that one as well because apparently these astronauts seen a solar eclipse with the sun corona coming out at the back of the moon because they were on the dark side allegedly, and there was a corona. But apparently the distance that they were at, the sun should have been like so tiny compared to the moon that there wouldn't have been a corona in the first place. So yeah, that'll possibly get through that video, but I've certainly got the one that they did a few days ago about saying that debunks the Artemis mission debunks the globe. So I'd like to see what they got to say on that. I know he kind of supports David Weiss and that though, but you know, you can't all be perfect, especially David Weiss. Anyway, let's get the video up. Oh yeah, the films tonight. We've got 2 episodes of Three Body Problem, episode 3 and 4, because there's only 1 season. And then we've got the Hail Mary Project. That's that new film I've been waiting to come out in HD. It's a comedy with Ryan Gosling. He wakes up on a spaceship on a mission somewhere in space, but he's got no memory why. But I think it's like a comedy too. Slum Johnminus needs to make more realistic videos like NASA. Even this one behind me is better than NASA's. You know what I mean? Even that one is better than NASA's. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. But now, James, man, you know, if only they would tell the truth, if only they tell the truth, they would see that it's water up there, man. It's water. What did God separate? The waters from the waters above and the waters below. So there's got to be some kind of waters up there. That's how I see it. That's how the Bible says it. You know? I mean, there's got to be water. There's got to be water. Anyway, and then that means there's obviously a physical container, keeping the water out and keeping the air in. You know? Oxygen and all that kind of thing. And all other kinds of gas pressures and gases. Anyway, let's do that then. Let's get the Founded Earth Brothers video up. Was it the top one? I've got so many links in there now. All right, NASA debunks the globe with the Artemis mission. I haven't watched this one. I've watched their latest one, but I haven't watched this one, which is from a few days ago. But I do want to play the Terry Eicher one afterwards. It's only a few minutes, but you see that the guys, people holding the phones up to the Artemis crew while they're doing a walkout for the press and all that kind of crap before they went on the mission. And on the screens of the people holding the phones, there's no Artemis crew there, but there's a dude there of some sort, but there's no Artemis crew. It's just a load. It's like they've been masked in. You know? Right, let's do this. Well, I would help if I shared the screen, PJ. Help if I shared the screen. I can share the screen. I don't know how to share it. Right, let's get the chat up. Chat. There we go. Right, sorted. Did I put the StreamYard link in? Yeah, let's pin it. Pin message. Sorted. Right, let's do it. Let's see what the FEB brothers have got to say. FEB does mean Flat Earth Brothers, doesn't it? Sure it does. No, Founded Earth Brothers, not Flat Earth Brothers. Founded Earth Brothers. Sorry, same thing. Same thing. The Flat Earthers, so same thing.
many of you have seen a lot of the absurdities with the current Artemis 2 mission. Hello, Truth Soldiers. Welcome back. I know that many of you have seen a lot of the absurdities with the current Artemis 2 mission, and we had talked a lot about it before it even happened. And now I wanted to address some things that further expose their lies, because so many people are being deceived by this, and the propaganda with all of these AI Facebook pages and social media accounts is just flooding so many of us, and it's just driving me crazy seeing all the things that they're posting. And with AI doing what it's doing now, it's creating a lot of confusion. So I just wanted to actually use the old mission and the new mission and show you.
AI creates a lot of confusion video wise for people that's not discerning enough to know any different. But I do see it getting to a point where it's got to be indiscernible, you know, at some point. So yeah, you know, even we've got to have keep praying for discernment, you know, so we can continually tell. You know, we're not always going to be tell. We don't always get everything right, but we need to keep praying for discernment. You know, discernment of the spirits as well, especially.
You how they actually destroy their own wisdom that they created, because they have given us a version of creation that is obviously unbiblical.
Yep.
And some of the people involved with this
unbiblical. You cannot fit heliocentrism into the creation story of Genesis. 100% cannot.
This program and the missions and all of that pretend to be Christians, and they are what I call your Isaiah 29 Christians, the ones who confess him with their mouths, but their hearts are far from him, and they're teaching the commandments and doctrines of men. And with the Apollo missions, you know, they were doing that, even though it's named after a sun god. They are reading from the Bible on their way there, or when they're pretending to be on their way there. And they give us maps of their paths, their flight paths. They have to do all this advanced math and trigonometry and all of this calculating, they say. And then they draw out their flight paths. And I want to go over it because their flight paths alone debunk the version of creation they've already given. And then we'll get into some more things with this mission that are bogus. But this has taken us back to a flight path from 1967, well before they.
Slingshot remove. It's a slingshot move. It's a slingshot maneuver. You know, like from Armageddon, and they're talking about the Acme rocket with Roadrunner and old Wile E. Coyote. But you see this diagram here, and straight away, what is it? You know, it's a dick and balls. It's a dick and balls. You know, that's exactly what it is. They made that diagram there of what their mission is. The old slingshot maneuver is the dick and balls, man. Old fat end with two little steroid balls, by the looks of it. You know. Oh, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. Literally.
They destroyed the technology that was able to help them do what they allegedly did. And you see on the left here, you have Globe Earth cartoon, and they are drawing out the rockets.
Anytime you see Globe Earth, it's a cartoon. There's no real Globe Earth picture out there. It's just impossible. Even the globe ornaments you have are just ornaments. It says not for educational purposes, for ornamental purposes only. You know, they're not even for education, really, because it's garbage. Oh, my mic is way up there. Maybe I was a bit low, guys. I don't know. I pushed my mic up earlier to get in about here to clean up a little bit. I'll be all right there. Oh, good. Oh, good. Also, blue ball, get it. Yes. Oh, blue balled. Yeah, get it.
Launch here from Florida, going up, looping around, all the way around, going to the moon, getting smaller and smaller as it goes, all the way there. This was their flyby, very similar to what they're claiming to do now. And you see, they fly around and they land on the moon, according to their own wisdom and their own charts. Then you see there's no takeoff from this moon. There's another moon over here. The Earth doesn't have two moons. This is, I believe, to represent time passing and the moon actually moving in its journey around the Earth.
Oh, yeah, of course, because then by that time when they leave, it would have been at this point. Right. I was always wondering why there was the old balls there, you know, and there's only meant to be that we've only one satellite, you know.
So they have the
In
moon
the moon satellite, not satellites that they made.
changing its position in space. That's great because the moon and their model would be slowly going around the Earth, but the Earth would be spinning much faster so that we would see the moon passing overhead, 29 plus times per month. And so they have the moon moving as it would on their model around the Earth very slowly. The problem isn't with that. That's okay because then you have them taking off from the moon, flying back to the Earth.
Problem is the whole lot of it, the whole slingshot maneuver, you know, the old Acme rocket, the whole lot of it is a big show, a big old show, and a big old con, and a big old working in vain of trying to hide God because God can never be hidden.
The problem lies in their lies, what they've already said about the Earth, like the moon in their model, would be in motion. On their own illustrations, the moon is in motion.
Yeah.
The Earth is stationary.
Fake space, heart of the earth. Hey, good to see you, heart of the earth. It's been a long time since I've seen your name about. Good to see you. Good to see you. Space is fake, 100%. I love fake space. Me too. I love sci-fi, but I know where sci-fi ends and reality begins.
And for many years, when I was picturing their trip back when I believed in the globe model, I saw it being a lot like this, with it just leaving the Earth, going to the moon, and coming back. The
Yeah, me
problem
too.
is, if that's what they want us imagining and believing in,
Yeah, just straight from they straight took off from the earth and just went one straight line straight to the moon. That's exactly what they did in 1969. That's how you picture it anyway. But even then, even though they didn't do that, they still come out with diagrams that are completely impossible, and there's no way that they could have done it. Even if heliocentric model was true, even if there was a vacuum up there, they wouldn't be able to do this. They would have no propulsion. They'd have nothing to push off, you know? You can't push off nothingness. It doesn't work. You can't have thrust on nothingness. You have to, like, the only time it can be demonstrated in a vacuum, a homemade vacuum, is when the only time it moves is when it gets thrust off the wall of the vacuum, not the vacuum itself. And you've got no walls in space, have you? Well, you've got no space in the first place, but you know the score, gadgets.
they're already putting us back on a geocentric Earth, an Earth that is not moving while the moon is in motion. And so they are messing up their own model already with their flight paths. They have the moon in motion, but they have a stationary Earth. And on their model, there are certain speeds. We're going to review those speeds because they have us moving extremely fast.
The Earth would have traveled over 35 million miles through space and 12,800,000 million miles around the sun during the Apollo missions. Yeah, it's all a load of impossibilities that never came true, and they faked completely and are still faking to this day. 10 static pictures. Product placement of Nutella flying across the screen, you know, type turning up on their globe that they were using, or some sort of ball that they were using. What else? The video I've got for after this 2-minute video Terry Ecker put out where the Artemis crew are come out before they go on the mission, and are getting filmed by people, and on the people's cameras is not the Artemis crew at all. It's something completely different. It's like they've been masked in.
And that speed is 490,000 miles per hour through the galaxy. If you break that down per minute, it's 8,000.
Hey, Mr. Bob, how you doing? Yeah, ludicrous speed through the power of the Schwartz. Nice. Nice. I like it.
166.666 miles per minute. And no, I wasn't just trying to get the 666. I was doing the math, and that's the numbers that came up.
There it is.
And then they have us going around the sun.
Isn't it weird when you use the globe calculations, you always get 666 in there somehow, somewhere. You know, that's how they design it, man.
56,600 miles per hour, which is 1,110 miles per minute. I like to break it down per minute so we can get a visual of how fast we've already moved during this conversation. That's just a few minutes long. And so the slowest speed is the rotation, and it's 16.666 miles per minute, or about 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. So if we factor in all those speeds, how fast we move each minute through space, it would be greater than the distance of Earth's diameter, which is 7,917.5 miles, through space. A little further than that, because we're going to go to 8,000.
What's that, you know? Their balls would actually swell up and turn blue in the vacuum of space. Yeah, man. If there was such a place that existed, absolutely, bro. There's no such thing as a natural vacuum, is there? There's no such thing. You have to make one for there to be one. There's no such thing as a natural vacuum here on Earth, that's for sure.
166.666 miles per minute. So within a minute, the Earth would move greater than the distance of its own diameter through space, and also about an eighth of its own diameter around the sun in 1 minute, every single minute, while just rotating a measly 16.66 miles in that same minute. Still a large journey to go in a minute. If I told you to drive somewhere in 1 minute,
I mean, nearly like, you know what I mean, best part of 3/4. It's two-thirds of 1,000 miles an hour. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Can you imagine moving at some place where you get 666 miles in one? Did he say 1 minute? Did he say 1 minute? 1 second? No, 1 minute.
And it was 16.666 miles away, and you had 1 minute to get there?
Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute.
That would be a challenge to even survive and not get vaporized.
In fact,
at those
1 minute to do 16.666 miles. That's unbelievable. 1 second to do that. It's not 660, it's 16.666. Is that what he's saying? Yeah, to do that. So it would take 1 minute to do 16.6.
Oh. What?
1 minute to do 16.6 miles. No, yeah. I'm just trying to work out what he was trying to say there. And minus spin out the equator equals 16.6. Yeah. So that's 16.666 miles. I mean, that's still fast. You know, it's still fast. It's just ridiculous.
Okay. This is very fast. 1,000 miles per hour.
Yeah.
If you're only having 1 minute to get there. And so that is just a crash course of the speeds that they tell us never show up in star trails. You know, star trails making perfect circles around a stationary pole star is something that's a huge problem for that model. But we're going to look at the problem.
I don't know why I was thinking 3/4 of 1,000 miles an hour. I was thinking of something else he was saying, and I didn't something else. But I realized you're talking about the Earth at the equator and a globe, so obviously it's 1,000 miles an hour.
With their journey, because with their journey, all those different speeds around the sun, through the galaxy, we're not even going to worry about the rotation. That's another story. But with the two fastest motions, when they went to the moon,
What do you think you're doing, mate?
And came back during the Apollo missions, the Earth would have moved over 12.8 million miles around the sun and over 35 million miles through space. And so you have a long journey for the Earth. Remember, their diagram just shows the moon in motion. The Earth's motions would have been far greater around the sun and through the galaxy. And with our current Artemis 2 10-day mission, they're showing the same type of path, only the moon is stationary and the Earth is stationary. They've got a little figure eight here going on. Problem again, there is no combustion speed of any rocket fuel that can have a rocket keep up with something that's spiraling at 490,000 miles per hour. Nothing can keep up with those speeds that we have in our own current man-made technologies. And so if we apply the same line of thought and math to the Artemis mission, we would see that the world would have traveled 1.6 million miles per day around the sun and 11.8 million miles per day through the galaxy. This 10-day journey would have the Earth traveling more than 134 million miles in a curved path. When you combine all the distances in miles, I think that is impressive. Quite the journey And if they could go to the moon and back on that journey, I don't think anyone ever on board would have survived the rotational speeds trying to keep up, because you're not going in the same path. Speed, they might say, is constant, but your velocity is changing. You're not going in a straight line. There are no straight lines in the globe path. It is a spiral motion, and it's spiraling.
There's all sorts of motions going on when it comes to heliocentric model. We're corkscrewing through we're chasing the sun while the sun's chasing the bloody, the Milky Way, going around our galaxy, and everything's going around it, and the galaxy's going around the blooming universe, and all these galaxies clusters going around together. There's so much motion and vectors. It's unbelievable, and we feel none of it. It's all bullcrap, obviously.
Fast, as we have seen each minute. And people will use the whole throw a ball up in the air on a train or on a plane example. And that works great in a straight line, in a closed system. If you try to do the same.
When you're going in an orbit, when you're going and there's always acceleration. You can't be going constant unless you are linear. Unless you're going linearly, you can't. If you're going, especially an elliptical orbit, there's always going to be some kind of acceleration. There's always going to be, you're going to feel the acceleration. Yes, fair enough. When you're at a constant speed, absolutely, you would get used to that at some point. But when you're always accelerating, and there's all these different vectors, you're not going in a linear motion. You know what I mean? It's all over the place. You would feel this. There's no doubt. No doubt.
On the top of the train, you're going to get a different result.
Oh, yes.
It's a totally different scenario. Or, apply this to a plane that's spiraling out of control. It's not going to be the exact same result.
No.
And so their own flight paths debunk their lie. We shouldn't have to look at computer animated things.
And conservation of momentum only lasts for so long. Eventually, where the energy wears down, obviously.
Glitches and inconsistencies with their backside of the moon imagery. Of course, here's NASA in 2022 when they were doing Artemis 1. And on the right, you have the Chinese Space Agency. Looks like they hired different animators. We see Apollo 8, lunar surface being lit, Earthrise from Orion.
That's so bad. They debunked this so many times. On this one, there's a box around it. It's literally cut and pasted in, and not on computer cut and pasting, like literally edited on a board, probably. Well, I don't know about the Orion one. I'm talking about the 1968 one, because this is 2022. That's probably done on a computer, but this one was probably done on a rubber board with squares on it, scalpel. You know what I mean? Literal cutting and pasting. How are you doing, Logical Observation? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
2022, no light on the moon, but you're seeing light on the sun, almost as if the sun.
Have you done anything on this yet, Logical? Have you done anything on the Artemis yet? I haven't seen anything come through. Let me just check your channel. Let me just check. No, not yet. I thought you would have done something on this. Oh, you have. You have. Sorry, bro. You have. You have. You literally have yet another Artemis 2 CGI glitch. Yeah, I was going to use the one at Terry I could put out earlier after I've done this. So you have done stuff on it. Okay. I haven't seen that come through. Okay. Cool. I'll have to check some of your stuff soon, man. Nice. How come I haven't seen that come through? Oh. Yeah, I'm even clicked on all as well. I clicked on all of your things. Oh well. Now I know. Good to see you, the Logical.
And is in between the Earth and the moon. That's a little odd, but I think they were trying to, really enforce the idea that this is the dark side of the moon, without realizing that it's not always dark on that side, especially if the side of the Earth you're looking at is getting light. Right. It does not make sense unless you have a local sun and a more distant moon. And so the size and shape of the moon, the colors, the shades, all of these things that, your average artist or...
I'll show he's done a 12-minute video as well of the solar eclipse when they were up there, which wouldn't have certainly looked like that. The sun in their position alleged position would have been a lot smaller. You know, they were so close, much closer to the moon. Yes, the sun is allegedly 400 times size, is as big as the moon, but 400 times farther away, you know, sort of thing. But allegedly they were a lot closer to the moon at the time. So the sun would have been a dot to them, but yet they allegedly seen the corona. Yeah, okay.
Photography expert can look at and say, this isn't right. There's an inverse square law that applies to light, and light intensity should decrease as you get further away and increase as you get closer to the light source. It's why my front porch light doesn't light up my entire neighborhood. It just lights up my front porch and a little bit of the yard. And the further away you get from my house, the less light you have. There are rules that can be applied to lighting and the size and shape of a sphere. And when we look at all the different inconsistencies, especially with the lighting. And
so what is this? What's this other Artemis glitch on your channel, Logical? Let's check that one. It's only 9 seconds. What is it?
Made us excited for this day, and we couldn't appreciate it anymore. And we are ready to hopefully deliver on all the awesome.
Oh yeah, I see.
The moon. You guys made us excited for this day, and we couldn't appreciate it anymore.
Yeah. There's loads of them.
To hopefully deliver on all the awesome.
There's loads of those glitches, bro. Loads of those likey wakey. Absolutely loads of them. Mad, isn't it? Dumb as a brick. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Dumb as a brick. Nice.
And the shape of the moon, the size of the moon, when you just put a circle
like
around
the glitch, well, the fakery that Terry put out, where you see I've said it already, the Artemis crew before they launched, and they're coming out to talk to the press and all that, and you've got people there with their mobile phones filming them, but yet the Artemis crew aren't on the mobile phones. You can see they've been masked in. It seems like they've been masked in somehow.
In all the different pictures to try to get the scale. You see some things that are odd, like this old 1972 picture here. When you line up that circular line to the horizon, which should be at close to eye level, in this picture it's not. It's at the end of their moon stage. It gives you a teeny tiny moon, extremely small. You know, probably 20 foot wide there.
Yeah, I was going to say that horizon must be like an inch away from him or something, you know.
Would have fallen off quite easily. They wouldn't have been able to drive the rover around. But that's not the only problem. We see memes like this. This is an old meme where people were talking about the moon not glowing like it does now until after 1972, and how rocks reflecting sunlight look nothing like the light source we see above us, and they should be brighter than the moon because they're closer to the observer.
Right.
We were seeing them from point blank range.
Why would the moon glow?
Which is supposed.
Why would the moon glow? Just it's got grey dust, right? So why would it glow? That's ridiculous, you know. It's not reflecting nothing. It's reflecting nothing. Artemis 2 launched on April Fool's Day because you have to be fooled to believe it. Absolutely. That's why I said this April Fool's fooled no one. That's my title. But absolutely, I agree, bro. I agree. It fooled no one. I mean, only people it's fooled is the people that already believed in it. But even some of the globers are questioning it now. Not the globers we know, but there are globers questioning it. You know, normies sort of thing that believe in the globe that are now questioning NASA because of Artemis.
Supposed to be 250,000 miles away.
I've personally seen it. Harvey's mate. He's now questioning it, isn't he? Eddie. Yeah, he's now questioning it. He's saying, I mean, when I first met him, he was all like, yeah, Mars, this, do space, that. And now he's like, this Artemis is a load of shit. Yeah. So now he is. He hasn't said he believes in the flat Earth, but he sees the NASA bullshit. And if you believe, why would they be lying? You know what I mean? Then you've got to look into flat Earth, surely.
And when NASA goes behind the moon, here's a little shot from Artemis 2 in the bottom right. Look at the light. This is sunlight. from very close. They are passing.
Why isn't it glowing while they're there? Why doesn't it glow whilst they're on it? If it's reflecting light, you know? Oh, it's because of this atmosphere, of course. It's being refracted all over the place. Gives it a luminescence. It's stupid. Diffraction, refraction, you know? It's, you know, miraging. It's all over the place. It's all optical, gadgets. It's only optical when they need it to be optical, isn't it? You know? When it actually is optical, they can't admit it. Like
Round
horizon, and they think it's physical.
The moon taking these photos. The moon should be far brighter here than it is in our night sky. Far brighter.
Right.
The Earth should not be brighter than the moon because it's further away and reflecting the light from the same light source, according to them. And so their own inconsistencies, understandings of the simple inverse squared law and how light works makes them destroy their own model. And not only that,
always
they're trying to give us pictures of the Earth. Again, we had the Hello World picture.
4 static pictures, man. Like, sorry, 10 static pictures or something. They couldn't even have took a video on their bloody phones or anything, you know. And then, like Flat said, they took a 10-year-old camera to a 15-year-old camera. Not I give a crap about that, but they could have got out a bloody on their own phone and filmed anything at any time. But no. They were sitting there with their bloody vertical screen tablets right in front of them, just playing games, probably. Notice.
I have seen many times already, taken on April 2nd, the day after their April Fool's Day launch. And this picture alone, they had to adjust the brightness. And
yeah, of course, exactly. What's that? Doctor, about the same number of people that believed all the Pfizer COVID-19. I know, exactly, bro. But this Artemis thing has, you know, made a few normies kind of double look, you know.
And they say it's a long exposure shot. And if you've ever taken photos of things at night, especially really dark.
I agree. 1972 blue marbles, a lot better quality than the Artemis one. I agree, bro.
Objects, it takes a long time to take those photos. And back when I was taking photos of the night sky years ago, I found that the longer the photo takes, the more light it takes in, the better of an image you're going to get, especially of the night sky. But if you do it too long, the stars and everything will start to move. You'll have what looks like star trails in your pictures if you take them too long. And so a 15-second.
You can demonstrate that in the same photo because this, you know, there's trails from the cars' lights, but there's no trails from the stars because obviously cars are moving quicker than the stars and the distance away, you know, obviously different as well. So there's an example there of what he's talking about. There's an example right there, not of the stars, but it's the same principle.
Star trails in your pictures if you take them too long. And so a 15-second overexposure shot would be great. And this right here is kind of like the new moon.
Great rift, eh? Or the Milky Way gadgets.
Exposure shot would be great. And this right here is kind of like the new moon version of the Earth. It's supposed to be the Earth in darkness. Yet somehow their camera flash was bright enough to get enough light so you can see the clouds and some of the lights and part of the continent. And then their artists were able to brighten that photo. That's the claim here with this picture, that it was taken the night side of Earth and brightened up. And they're actually putting stars in the background for the first time ever in history right here. Stars in the background and the Earth. You think we'd be happy with that, right? Well, we're going to see. That doesn't prove that this is real. There are some oddities here that start to happen when you look at this photo.
Damn. Canal in the hoose. Bless you, brother. Canal said, thanks for the $5 Canadian super chat, brother. Canal says, I'm convinced Fatimists were done badly on purpose. I can't believe they didn't see their own footage ups before posting it to the public. You know, you'd think they would check it out You'd think they would check out, but again, they're all Freemasons, isn't they? They have to put the truth in plain sight, you know, hidden in plain sight. They have to do that crap, don't they? So you're probably right with that, bro. You're probably right. Hey, nice one, bro, for that. Thanks for the super chat, brother.
Only, you know, are they in a spacecraft that's moving? The Earth is rotating and moving. Taking an overexposure shot from a window like this on a moving spacecraft with a moving Earth, and remember, every single minute, the distance of its own diameter, you wouldn't have a stationary star in the background. There would be a blur of stars in the background if this was a long exposure shot.
It was a long exposure, of course. But by what their model says, then you'd think so, yeah.
And so you have this Earth imagery here. And Dave Weiss gave me the idea when I saw a picture that he had done looking at a day.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that he trusts Dave Weiss, but you know, what can we expect? You know, it's not everybody, you know, disagrees with Dave Weiss.
A time map of Earth and comparing it to what we see. And so I did this.
What's that, Heart? Doing it as knowledge test to see if they need to increase the fluoride in our water or not. Yeah. Right. Make us even more docile.
This, and of course, we make mistakes sometimes. I did this, and I assumed when I typed in 6:35 p.m. that timeanddate.com knew my time zone and made it 6:35 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, but it didn't. So I had to adjust that, make corrections, and still the Terminator line is not where it should be if you overlay their globe.
LJ in the Who's, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Bless you, man, for the $1.99 super chat. Look at all the curved seawater on the outside. Exactly, bro. All that's curved seawater. The only time I see curved seawater, bro, when it's when it's in motion as a wave, you know, or a ripple. That's the only time I see curved seawater, man. Good to see you, bro. Bless you, dude. Bless you. Thanks for the super chat, man. Always a pleasure.
Image. Terminator line should be where the yellow line is that I've drawn. And if I were to lay a part of the flat map over top of it, I know it's a globe, and so things would be different in the way they lay out. It's not going to wrap around perfectly and match up with that. But you get the picture here. Parts of South America should be in sunlight that are in complete and total darkness.
Right.
And so their Terminator line was on the outer edge. It should not have been on the outer edge. It should have been much closer. According to timeanddate.com, which can be verified by people around the world, people can actually go outside and see that this data matches quite well to what we actually see and experience every single day. And so it's very amazing that NASA, in spite of trying to add stars this time, did not even
can't make up their mind, can they, whether to have stars or not have stars. It's same with the astronauts. They can't make up their mind whether they see stars or they don't see stars. Or we've seen stars this time, but that time we didn't see stars. You know, they can't make up their mind. And some say it's impossible to see stars. Then the others say, well, yeah, of course we've seen stars, but it's the blackest black ever. Hold on, how can it be the blackest black if you see all these stars? You know, madness. That can't get the story, so it seems that shit. What's that? Oh yeah, I remember this one. Logical. Hold on. I remember this one.
You can see, because you can see the stars.
Oh yeah,
you know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
It's not a black void. I mean,
pretty much all the time. Well, that's not what the ones in 1969 said. They can't remember seeing stars, Gudgy. You know what I mean?
It's black, but there's all kinds of little polka dots.
There's all the stars there, and the cool.
It's black, but there's all lots of little polka dot thingies. Yeah. Of course, Dom, because you're the most credible man ever, bro.
Thing is about you can see it during the day.
Yeah, you can, and there's more than stars. You can see planets. You can see moons.
You see.
You can see planets. Really? You can see things that are made up, spheres in the heavens that are not actually spheres. You know, planets. Planets. I've never heard of these planets. Well, I've heard of them. I just know they're fictional. Not planets. Not planets at all. Wandering stars, they are called.
The gas Magellan clouds of the Milky Way galaxy.
The gas Magellan clouds. What, in a vacuum? Clouds of gas in a vacuum coalescing together in clouds? Oh, vacuum? How does that work, bro? That's weird, man.
Magellanic. See, I just wanted the Magellan.
Large one and a small one, right?
Yeah.
And what people don't mention that much is just when you look the opposite direction and you see how dark space is. I mean, it's the blackest black, and you realize just how small the Earth is.
Oh, it's the blackest black. No, so no stars, Gudgy. No stars. Okay. Yeah. So you'd think they'd all agree since they'd all been up there, bro.
That blackness, and that was a real surprise to me.
That was a real surprise. Well, it's a real surprise to me too. You got one more there, aren't you? What's that one? Let's check this one.
I explore space.
Oh,
and
can't use this one because that'll be copyrighted. It's Sesame Street. It's all right using it as a video, but I can't use that one on a live. Yeah, no, that'll be this part will be called. It should be okay if it's only a little bit. All right, let's just check it.
Once I rode in a great big rocket and landed right up there on the moon.
You got to be kidding me.
I have two brief
Patrick Moore.
questions I'd like to ask, if I may. When you were carrying out that incredible moonwalk, did you find that the surface was equally firm anywhere?
Yeah, that incredible moonwalk was incredible. It would have been incredible if they could step on the moon. That would be incredible.
Or were there harder and softer spots that you could detect? And secondly, when you looked up at the sky, could you actually see the stars and the solar corona in spite of the glare?
Around in this rough terrain.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics.
Never able to see stars on the daylight side of the moon, on the surface of the moon, without optics, yeah.
I don't recall during the period of time that we were photographing.
You don't recall? You'd think the first thing you do if you stood on the moon was look at what is above you and around you, wouldn't you? If it's just, there's no atmosphere. So it should be in front of you, to the side of you, above you, every angle you look except down, except completely 90 degrees down, you should have blooming stars. You know? Well, 180 degree view anyway. Not a 360, but 180 degree view. You should see stars. Madness, eh? Madness.
Don't recall what stars we could see.
Whilst
from Mark Cameron. This is from Mark Cameron.
Whilst in space.
Whilst. Dom Pettit said whilst for whilst. Dom Pettit should be called Dom Pettit.
Looked away from Earth into the black void.
Because you can see,
See how we had to wait for one to say yes. Then Dom, oh, well, yeah, of course. Yeah. Whatever you say, bro, I will say after you. Yeah, absolutely.
Says you can see the stars.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and pretty much all the time you can see the stars.
I don't remember seeing any.
I remember seeing any.
Neil, you were a little bit concerned, you said, about stubbing your toe at the point of landing because the surface was obscured by dust. Do you see any way around that kind of problem for future landings on the moon?
Oh, you mean all those little spots are not tasty chocolate chips?
I'm afraid not, Cookie Monster, but you know, I'll bet that if you ever got there, you would still love it.
Yeah.
The stars all around are even brighter than they are here.
That's not what you said in 69, bro. That's not what you said in 69.
And from up there, you can see the whole Earth where we live.
Oh, that's where Sesame Street is, right?
The sky is...
Hold on. You'd be able to see the whole Earth from where you are. No, you wouldn't. Even in your own model, you would only see half of the Earth, not the whole Earth. And you can only see once. You can see the whole Earth.
Deep black when viewed from the moon, as it is when viewed from cislunar space, the space between the Earth and the moon.
Sky, of course,
was
black.
And Neil disagree.
But it had sort of a velvet sheen to it.
The biggest visual surprise was just how black the sky was. You have a brilliant sun, brighter than any sun you normally would see, even here in New Mexico. You have these extraordinarily high mountains. We were in a valley deeper than the Grand Canyon.
You can almost see the box around the Earth there. You can almost see how they're editing.
But then you have this black sky, a sky blacker than black, as the old
sky blacker than black, bro.
Vidicon expression used to be.
There's all the stars there. The cool thing is about you can see it during the day.
I think the simulations that we have at the present time to enable a pilot to understanding the problems of a lunar landing, that is a simulator and the various lunar landing training facilities and trainers that we have, will do that job sufficiently well.
Yeah, garbage. Good video and logical. Good video. I mean, the people on it were talking garbage, but good video, bro. Would suck, you know. I can only guess you would see all kinds of stars, moons, planets, and pretty colors when you're taking rockets up the bum from between Jason Masters. Yeah, I suppose you would. You'd have to be on acid. So you'd see all these pretty things, wouldn't you? You'd have to be on acid, bro. Nice one, let's go.
Think too much about timeanddate.com and people being able to go in and check for themselves and see where the sunlight should be on the globe. And so it's a lot to think about. When you're lying, it's hard to think about every single aspect of the lie.
Right.
So sometimes they forget things.
They've got all their formulas and all their numbers for these things, but they can't always put it all together at the same time because they're lying about a lot of things. So they might be able to answer something for this at one time or something for that at another time, but try to put it all together. When there's something like this goes on, then they're bound to mess up. But then again, you will get them messing up intentionally because that's what Masons do.
And that is one of the things they forgot. And it's not the first time they've forgotten that. They did that back with the Apollo 17 mission, where they sent us the first blue marble. And now we got the second one. But right here, the first one, they have the continent again. Here it is, Africa. And when you lay a circle over a daylight map of the Earth, you see there is far too much in daylight that would be in darkness on that globe that they have given us. But they've already given it to us. And so there's major problems. Again, that's not the only problems. You can take Google Earth, try to get the scale they have here on Google Earth. So far, I have not been able to. You might be able to. I wasn't. With South America.
You're not going to get a proper scale because they do the continents at all different sizes. So you're not going to ever get a consistent scale.
Be in a completely different location on Google Earth. And not only that, when I try to make the continent sizes match, the Google Earth map is way larger.
Right.
And so there's a scale issue with either Google Earth or the real globe. The real globe would have to be much smaller in order for this to be true. And so they're giving us imagery. Does it look real? Oh, it does sometimes. Like the stuff we see here on the left. I've seen this picture over and over and over on Facebook. And then again, it's hard to tell which ones are real.
Yeah, we should see the old chemtrails, eh? We should see the old chemtrails all over the place.
Versus just AI websites trying to, glorify this mission. But the one on the left is the type of stuff they're showing us. The one on the right is one that someone made saying, this is what we should see. And I agree. When we're looking at the Earth, it's not going to be this beautiful, pristine environment. It's going to look like what they've created with their geoengineering. And so there's so many inconsistencies with their imagery, with their trajectory, and things in the past, things like the lunar module taking off and the stage that they were on, where the shadow of the lunar module is touching the edge of the stage here. That doesn't happen unless you're on the top of a mountain and there's the crest of the mountain behind you, you know, like the ridge line. That doesn't happen. You can go to an object that's spherical and the size of the moon. You're going to have a horizon that's, if it's not at eye level, it's pretty high. The moon is quite large. It's not.
That horizon is like 20 feet away. That horizon is like 20 feet away. That's ridiculous.
Not on this particular day. It was tiny. And just like we saw when we placed this image over the moon, definitely strange that it looks that small. But that's not even the strangest part of that photo we've talked about before. The Earth in the background, when you enlarge it, looks exactly like the Earth taken from the window when they were faking that shot, the one that when called out on it by Bart Sabrell.
Yeah, it does.
The astronaut who was there got really angry. And the person with the astronaut said, do you want me to call the CIA and have him whacked? Why would they think the CIA is on their side unless they are working together? That's pretty dark. A lot of people don't realize how dark that is. It didn't sound like an empty threat. It sounded like a real threat. Do you want me to call them? Like, hey, they can take this guy out. And so we're blessed that Bart Sabrell was not actually put to death, and that footage was able to be leaked out to us so that we can see their true colors. And so did he go over there under false pretenses? Yes, absolutely. But we need brave people like that, exposing these liars who are part of secret societies.
Oh, yes.
Like I said, Isaiah 29.
I'm so gutted that the Bloomin' the Freemasons are Scottish right, man. That originates in Scotland. I'm so gutted about that. Me being a Scotsman, though. So bad. But yeah, I remember seeing Masons lodges all over the place and just thinking it was a normal thing as a kid. I mean, I lived in a little village outside Fraserburgh, and it had 3 pubs, and one of the pubs was a Mason's lodge, you know? And my dad's best mate managed it.
Woe to those who take secret counsel.
To the Freemasons' house. You got to see what when you were seeing the king? Yeah. So you seen what the Freemasons lodge, the actual big lodge. Yeah, it's in London. Yeah, they all wear the aprons and that. Yeah. That's cool. He said that building's Freemasons. Yeah, they'll have it they'll have it written out. They're proud of it. They're proud of it, bro. They're proud of it. I mean, the lower Freemasons, I don't think they know what they're getting into. You know, and once you get so far, then you know you pledge allegiance to the devil in the end, you know.
They think their works are in darkness, but we are seeing exactly who these people are.
We collected moon rocks, Charlie. Acting like moon rocks. What you mean, petrified wood? Oh yeah, old one with the old 666 in there. Aye,
and the coincidences happening all the time. Coincidences that show us they are covering up their lies. But we need to understand that the model they've given us is falling apart with their own trajectories, flight paths, things that necessitate the world to be immovable, at least during their journey. If the world's in motion during their journey, it's not going to work. And so they have to...
Exactly. Shouldn't they be chasing the earth all over the place when they're trying to get home? You know, you should be chasing the earth around the sun, shouldn't they? It's not going to be in the same place as when they left, is it? On their model. It's just so stupid, the whole lot of it.
Correct themselves and have excuses and invent relativity and all these different things when relativity can't save this. They have to have some other excuse. Like, okay, you know, we thought it was moving 500,000 miles per hour and it's not, you know, we can cancel that out. You know, whatever. They've already warped space-time. And, with their zero gravity, that's another thing too. When you talk about gravity, they were traveling to the moon, right? And Earth has gravity pulling on you even when you get to the moon. Earth's gravity doesn't go away. You still have Earth's gravity pulling on you, but they are going to the moon and they're floating, right? Well, problem is with gravity, they say that when they're in low Earth orbit, the reason they're floating isn't because Earth's gravity isn't pulling on them. It's because they're falling in a circle, like the zero-G planes. They're falling in a circle, even though it's, of course, a parabolic flight with the zero-G planes. But they say that's why they are weightless. On the way to the moon, they're not falling in a circle. They should be able to stand up, but they forget that. They're flying to the moon. They should be able to stand up until they start getting really close to the moon. Then eventually the moon will pull them to the other side of the spacecraft. They don't film that happening. And people are wanting more. They're expecting more with this mission. We have the technology to give.
There should be a shift in gravitational pulls if gravity was a real thing. There really should. Absolutely. You're right. You're right. He's right.
Large amounts of live videos of the Earth rotating, cloud patterns changing, matching weather maps, all of these things they're not doing. They're just sending us a few photos to make everybody think, look, flat Earth has been debunked. No, they aren't zooming in on upside down buildings with their...
I don't know anybody that is debunked flat Earth. Not one. They all claim it, but not one have I seen.
P1000s like we would be doing if we were able to actually go on a trip like that. We would give a constant live look at the world. That's what people want to see. They want to lay this to rest, but they're not. They're not laying the biblical earth truth to rest.
No.
They are literally making themselves look worse by doing what they're doing. And so I just wanted to point out some of the major inconsistencies. We've already talked a lot about the dark side of this stuff, how it's satanic and relates to the Bible with the false deity known as Artemis. You guys
I mean, they name all their missions and machinery after gods and stuff. Apollo missions, another false god. A small g god. Artemis, another one. They've got them all over the place. Unlike the Russians, calling things like Sputnik and that. they had a different direction.
Aware of that. I'm hoped by now that they were worshiping her in the book of Acts when they were in Ephesus. And the idol makers were the ones that were angry because their way of life, the money and the riches they were getting, were threatened. And so they yelled.
Isn't Artemis the twin sister of Orion? Is it Orion? Is Artemis the twin sister of Orion, or is it someone else? Is it Adonis, maybe? No, I think it's Orion. Is that? Hold on. Who is Artemis the sister of? Apollo. Yeah, is Apollo? All right. So the Apollo missions, yeah, of course. Yeah, in Greek mythology, Artemis is the twin sister of Apollo. They are both the children of Zeus and Leto. Artemis is the goddess, the wilderness, like you were just saying, and the moon, while her brother Apollo is the god of music, poetry. Yeah, and the sun. That's right. I knew Artemis was twin sister to somebody. Why didn't I think Apollo? Especially when Apollo was the other big missions. Yeah.
Out at the people in anger because their false gods were being exposed. And that's what we're doing here. We are exposing their false god, Artemis, and their idols and the worship of them throughout time with all their missions. It's something they have continually done with every single mission. And so we are blessed to be coming out of Babylon and away from their false god worship systems where they are paying tribute to them, even during appointed times. Many people are doing Passover in remembrance of our Messiah and our Father.
So the Artemis, this is Artemis 2, obviously. So the Artemis 1 was an alleged uncrewed mission around the moon, wasn't it? It was a mission. Well, it's hardly a mission if it's bloody uncrewed, So that was an alleged uncrewed mission, wasn't it? The first Artemis. A load of garbage as well, just as garbage as this one.
Father setting his people free
That's
out of
what he said,
Egypt.
right?
And that's when they chose to honor their false god. How sad is that? And they might mention the Roman Easter holiday or something like that, but they're not going to talk about Passover and its significance and those things. These people are the ones taking secret counsel. And as one of their very own said, a couple of them are straight out of central casting. Don't take my word for it. That's what they say. And so that is where they get actors. You would need actors, people who
They've always got the eagle, haven't they? They've always got the Baphomet star. And the old Nasser, so the snake tongue, serpent tongue.
are going to follow a script, and we are going to continue to expose them
demon
until the return happens, because their lies are revelational, I believe. They are strong delusions. They are getting people to believe that there's no firmament, that a threat, an extraterrestrial or alien threat, could come from above.
Yeah, how did they get through that firmament, man? How did they do that? Did they do some drilling on the way up? Is that what they did? I got it.
That we would need to unite against a threat from above. And we need to unite with the threat from above, because just like with the original Passover, he made a distinction between his people and the evil ones that were hurting his people. And when he comes back, and when any plague or anything is being poured out, he's going to make a distinction between his people and the ones who are hurting his children. And for those of you who haven't looked too much into Passover, it was a time where wrath was passing over. It wasn't being poured
Judgment. That was the consequences of judgment
out on his children. It was poured out on those who hurt his children. And that is what is going to happen in the...
Yeah, man. Of course, Dr. Bob. We're supposed to believe they sent a man porta potty around the moon and they couldn't even get the toilet to That's great. That's great.
The return is going to solidify that, with more wrath and judgment coming to those who are lying and hurting and enslaving his children.
Well, every time they try and fix the toilet, they drop the screws, and for some reason, the screws don't float. Weird, eh? The screws drop like they do on Earth. It's weird. Weird. It's funny how everybody else floats up there in the old space station. You know what I mean? I know Atmos is different, but the space station. But yet, when the screws act like they do on Earth, it's selective. The gravity must be selective. The non-gravity must be selective up there, gadgets. You know.
Even enslaving them to lies. To me, that is evil, because I can only imagine the faith I would have had if I wasn't fed the lies that they're feeding people and children today worldwide. And so we are blessed to see just a fraction of those people, a small fraction, set free from the lies when we do Creation Standard. But we need to find a way to reach more people. There are places in the world where it's illegal, and biblical cosmology is censored worldwide. It's not just censored where I live. It was a mandate, a government mandate, especially with YouTube, to censor biblical cosmology. Why would the government be dictating what a platform promotes or allows? It's because it threatens their life.
The government dictates because the government are dicks.
Lies. And so we're going to continue to do this as long as we can, while we can, especially here on this platform and many others. But I thank you guys so much for helping us expose these lies, to open some eyes of the people who are being blinded by false science. It's something that is a great blessing to do, knowing that we're a part of prophecy.
There you go. There's our moon rocks. I prefer the cannabinoid moon rocks, but I'd like to try one. I mean, I'm sure I'd prefer them. I haven't tried one yet, but you know, it's not the kind of moon rock I would like. It's petrified wood. I mean, petrified weed would be pretty cool, but you know, I couldn't smoke it, but it'd still be cool.
See, when he talked about destroying that wisdom, that foolish wisdom in Isaiah, he's the one doing it.
Right.
I can take no credit for what he's doing. And when the return happens in the heavens part,
that's right.
He's going to have
flight path, and you've seen the rocket launch in Artemis do the exact same thing as that.
completely obliterated. So many lies, not just biblical cosmology, but many other lies as well. So many eyes are going to finally be opened to what
that's the one I was
truth
talking
is.
about.
And so looking forward to that moment, getting to unite with everybody one last time. Going to be great. We thank you for all your support and going on this journey with us. You guys are a major blessing, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, FEB. Right. Thank you, FEB. So this little one here, it's only a couple of minutes long. This is one that I was just talking about that Terry Ecker put out, where they're filming the Artemis guys before they launch. I think it's before they launch. Yeah. And they're not on the mobile phones. They're not there. There's a guy on the mobile phones when they're filming, but it's not the Artemis guys. So more fuckery. Right, let's see it. The walkout, yeah.
And here they are, NASA's Artemis II crew. Commander Reed Weissman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialist Christina Cook and Jeremy Hansen taking their first steps outside for their historic test flight.
I'm going to pause this right here because everyone has been asking me to do videos on this Artemis II hoax. So let's start right at the beginning of the launch crew walkout.
To a wonderful applause from the crowd. They're looking really excited.
Now, what I want you to pay attention to are the cell phones that the people in the crowd are holding and recording and taking pictures with. Pay attention to these phones. I'm going to freeze frame the shots where they're holding them up, aiming them at the astronauts. And you will see that there are no astronauts whatsoever in the cell phone footage view.
None.
Some big smiles. I love that.
Right there, look. That's one. That's one. There, he's pointing directly at them. There's no orange in that picture whatsoever. Right there. And you look at these guys, and it does look like they've been masked in.
Great day for us.
And he just clicked the photo, and they're not in it. They're still not in it. This woman down here, she's got one here also, not in it. But another dude's in it. You know? It's madness. None of them are in it. None. Either. Let me see if I've got that funny. There, look. None. And either of them. Let me go back 5. That might catch them both at the same time.
Love that.
It's a great day for us. It's a great day for this team.
Both at the same time. None of those guys are in there, look. None of them. There's someone in there in the pic, but it's not them guys. In fact, the background's completely different. Completely different. Man, it's in it.
A few words from Reed. Great day for us, the team, he said.
If you look at this, it looks like they're masked in. I know it's not great quality, but they look less like his head looks like it's been masked in.
Thumbs up, more thumbs up. Of course, a lot of pictures we
There, he doesn't look like that background is behind him. He almost looks green screened in. You know what I mean?
hear some camera shutter clicks back there. I love
Some big
There you go.
a few words from Reed. Great day for
It's annoying. Get past that.
Not even 2 minutes into this 10-day hoax. And already we are looking at computer-generated images. Now that crowd, they're really there, but they are called crisis actors. Now these so-called astronauts, they're not really there.
No.
They are in a room.
Yeah, they look like they're masked in somehow. They're definitely not there.
Total different room, a green screen room. That's why you can't see them on the live timed cell phone footage right there. You are seeing it from their Hollywood edited view on TV. So like I said, we're just getting started on debunking this hoax.
I want to hear about it, Terry.
Nice one. I've never seen them put in old Richard Gere there before. Right, we got another 12-minute one before we go over Rumble. It's FEB again, but it's the solar eclipse that they experienced up in old Artemis there. You know, when they were slingshotting, maneuvering around the moon and the Earth and all that. Yeah. That stuff, man. This true stuff we're talking about. You know, this real stuff. You know, real stuff. But I'm telling you, real stuff, man. Real, guys. It's real. Right. Solar eclipse from space, guys. 12 minutes. Come on. Does this to me all the time. It's ready to go.
We're about to see 100% proof. Welcome back, Truth Soldiers. We're about to see 100% proof that these so-called astronauts are being deceptive. We've already looked at it with their flight path, but this is something definitive that you can put to the test using their own math. And I am thankful that this was pointed out to me because I didn't think about this until I watched a video by Dave Weiss, who was talking.
I know, he gives Dave Weiss credit and all that, but you know, Dave Weiss would have got the info off someone else. He never worked it out himself.
Talking about the scale issue with the astronauts, who, if you didn't know, if you haven't kept up with this, which I don't blame you, it's a lot of fakery and nonsense, but they were claiming to witness a solar eclipse that occurred only from their perspective as they passed behind the moon at a distance from the moon of about 4,000 miles.
So 4,000 miles from the moon, they shouldn't have been able to see a corona on their model. 4,000 miles from the moon. I mean, it's different when you're 240,000 miles from the moon, but 4,000 miles from the moon, you're pretty much near the surface. You know what I mean? You're in a above the Earth. You'd be in a little private plane. You know what I mean? Above the Earth, parachute. You're about your lowest parachuting height, 4,000 feet, isn't it? Yeah, about your lowest parachuting height, really, 4,000 feet. But you know, so not far. So yes, you wouldn't. The sun would be a lot smaller compared to the moon at that point, at that distance.
And you can see here
on
they were
their model
wearing the eclipse glasses, smiling for their selfie while not giving us videos of any of this stuff.
Right.
And there's the eclipsed moon right here. This is their photo, nasa.gov. You can see the website right here. This is not a website that any of us have made. It's their own website. And the corona from the sun is visible very far beyond the moon here.
Right.
Similar to how when we view eclipses from Earth, we see.
So you would think that the sun would be near enough the same size as the moon at that point because of the corona. But no, not at that distance away from it.
A corona. Well, this seems good to the average person who's not really paying attention or doing any math using the globe model, but thankfully, our Father has awakened many truth soldiers who are using their math against them. And Dave Weiss did a video about this and how big the sun would be compared to the moon. And we'll go over all that in just a second. But that is where I got my inspiration to actually check his math and see if he is right. I'm not one of those people who likes to share something that others are sharing in the community without checking it first, because sometimes we've been wrong with calculations. I've been wrong. And it's good to double check the numbers. And so he actually was 100% correct with his math using the globe math. And it's something that most people don't think about because we're fed the lie that although the sun is 400 times wider than the moon, it appears to be the same exact size as the moon because it is 400 times further by some miracle caused by.
But that's if you're on the surface of the Earth. But if you're 4,000 miles away from the moon, it'll be completely different, isn't it?
A big bang explosion. And so with those numbers that they have given us, the sun being, 92 plus million miles away, depending on the time of year, and the moon being about 250,000 miles away, that just happenstance, their sizes look the same. That's according to their math. Now, using this exact same concept, with them now being, instead of 250,000 miles away from the moon, being a mere 4,000 miles away, how would that affect this size difference? Well, there's math you can do. And if you go to Google and ask Google how large the sun should be compared to the moon at this distance, it will even tell you it's about 58 to 59 times larger than the sun
right
in the sky if you're that close.
So you wouldn't see no corona.
The moon, or in space, I guess they should say, because you're not looking at the sky
You'd
anymore.
be pitch black because you'd be on the dark side. You wouldn't see anything at all.
And so the yellow dot you see right here, that is how large the sun would look compared to the moon from their perspective. And yet, they captured a photo like this
of a corona,
where you see a corona, massive, more than probably the diameter of the moon, extending outwards, which again, if you're on Earth, that might be normal. However, here is that corona.
Even on Earth, it's not normal. Not by their model, anyway.
As seen from Earth, allegedly. And if you shrink that down to be the size of that little dot, that would be the size of the sun at those distances compared to the moon, that is never going to leave a corona that extends anywhere near the outer edges of the moon.
No.
But the astronauts were quoted as saying that they saw the corona around the moon and the earth shine lighting up the outer edge here. When we witness these eclipses, guys, the sun's over our head. The earth is shining back on the moon, and we have never witnessed earth
coronas for the Marooners
shine on the moon. No one's filmed that ever, that I have ever seen. And people have tried, and I've witnessed several of these, and never once have I ever seen earth shine on the moon at all. And so they're claiming that that's what they're seeing here because they're in space and they're wearing their glasses and only taking photos. They didn't get any video of this whatsoever. And so this definitely destroys.
Why wouldn't they have video? Why wouldn't they be taking video of it? This amazing event. They're just taking snapshots when they could have a continuous video. See, it shows how bull.
Their lie extremely easily. You don't even have to try that.
It's exasperating sometimes.
Hard. Just look at the math. You can go to Google and ask the question like I did. And right here it says from a distance of 4,000 miles from the moon would appear to be roughly 58 times larger than the sun in the sky. And so that is Google. They even show you the formula here. So you don't have to take their word for it. Do the math. See if you can get the same ratio there. And here is their own graphic. Look at that little yellow dot. That's the sun right there. That's where I got my scale and size from using Google. This is not a flat earth website. This is Google here. They censor that information. And so right here, I'm going to bring you back to today's video. So you can see the astronauts are confirming in their own words that they saw the corona from space around the moon.
Well, the actors will act, either they'll act or they'll lie or both.
Check this out.
And we saw sites, Oriental, sites that no human has ever seen before, not even in Apollo, and that was amazing for us. And then the surprise of the day, we just came out of an eclipse where the sun, moon, and the entire dark moon, about that big, right out the window that we were watching. We could see the corona of the sun. And then we could see the...
Hey, Derek, bro. Good to see you, man.
Planet train line up, and at Mars, and all of us commented how excited we are to watch this nation and this planet become a two-planet species.
A two-planet species. So the moon is now a planet. Okay. But they said they saw the corona
a two-planet species. Yes, the moon's a planet, gadgets.
Around the moon. So he's saying that. And you have these four people. Two of these four could be doing videos and pictures while the other two are cheerleading. But you have somebody taking pictures. Four of them wearing eclipse glasses for no reason because there would be no ring around the moon. You could literally just see the moon and that's it. And it would be black. You would not be seeing any corona.
Right. If it's 58 times smaller the moon at that distance at 4,000 miles away from it, you ain't getting that corona. 100% not.
And so they said that there, but they also said it again. I want to make sure, every now and again people say you're misquoting them. And so here is another example of them saying that on the news to CBS here.
The sun has gone behind the moon, and the corona is still visible, and it's bright, and it creates a halo almost around the entire moon. But when you get
It's bright and it creates a halo almost around the entire moon.
When it's 56 times smaller than the moon at that distance. Stupid.
And so that was from the astronauts there pretending to be viewing a total solar eclipse, and they act like it surprised them. I thought,
yeah, exactly. Let's go. Why are they not wearing their orange spacesuits? They're wearing pants and t-shirts. You know, because they just stepped in for like a few minutes before. That's why. Yeah.
thought you knew about this journey. How can that surprise you? How well did they train you if you're going on this journey and all of a sudden you're like, whoa, I didn't expect to see a solar eclipse? You think you would be expecting these things. They would have been briefing you like, hey.
Right, yeah, you'd think, oh, we didn't expect to see that. Yeah, well, obviously you think you would if you were a professional at your job and knew these things that existed in outer space. Like, you'd think you'd know these things because it's all a blooming show.
At this time, you're going to be witnessing the eclipse. Be ready. Have your cameras ready. Film this. Nobody's ever seen this before. I want to catch it on film. I can't find any videos of that event whatsoever. Just the pictures on their website. And there's just a few of them. And so you can see there's also anomalies that happen with this. If you adjust the levels, which I'll share at the end of this video, you can even see stars through the moon. They appear when you adjust the levels. Maybe not in this particular picture, but it's one of the pictures that's very similar to this. And so there's lots of inconsistencies with these so-called Artemis missions, which we've talked about before, are evil because the people in the Bible actually mentioned in the book of Acts were worshiping a false god, and that false god was the deity known as Artemis, which in some translations is called Diana. And so that is not a coincidence. And like we've said before many times, you see that the Great Seal that they chose to put on our dollar is based on the reign of Saturn, as well as Artemis and Apollo and all of these deities working together. So it's not a coincidence that we have those three deities being used for their fake moon missions. And as much as we have tried to warn people that this stuff is dark, there's so many out there who aren't seeing it. And so it's important that we use their math against them and show people how it is they lie, because it's nothing to take lightly that they are smiling and happy and getting billions of dollars while deceiving children worldwide. They are a part of a lie that goes against our Father's provable truth of creation. And we need to do everything we can to create a strong foundation for our loved ones and our children that is based on the words of our Father, his truth of creation. The scriptures we've read are not a fairy tale. They are coming true as we speak, and we need to be ready for what's to come.
Right.
And so their lies being exposed thanks to people out there that are doing the math and thinking of things and sharing things. Just make sure you're checking your sources and you're not sharing AI imagery that some AI Facebook page is posting about this launch, because there's a lot of AI sites that look credible.
There's going to be a load of AI doing stuff, guaranteed, just to make it a little more confusing.
Posting about this stuff, and they're just using AI imagery. It's almost like Operation Mockingbird has just hired all of these AI sites to just post this stuff, because I'm seeing it all the time when I logged in to my Facebook page. And so this is something I wanted to share briefly, because it should be something easy for most people to understand. A little sun like this is not going to cast a corona way out here.
No.
And so that's it. That's all I wanted to.
An impossibility
to share for
just
now.
Like their model.
Now there's of course more fakery and fraud out there, but this is to hopefully wake up someone who thinks that they were really filming this stuff, and anyone who doubts that we are telling the truth when we tell you they did not go around the moon. The moon and the sun are both within the firmament. Our Father put them there on day 4 of creation.
The Bible says the sun and moon are in the firmament, within the firmament, 100%, and the stars.
A structure that he spent an entire day, day 2 of creation, making. It wasn't atmosphere. It wasn't a temporary ice barrier. It is going to part, according to his son and the prophets. It's going to part like a scroll. Isaiah and John both confirm that. 2 solid witnesses that the heavens will part like a scroll. Just go to Bible Gateway and type in the word scroll. You'll see that that's the case. It pops up twice in most translations, and it's with the heavens parting. And that's how they're going to part, like a scroll. And so you guys be ready for that parting like a scroll event. It's going to be happening sooner than we can imagine. Time is beginning to speed up, I feel. It's faster than I've ever experienced it in my life. And
I agree. Time does seem to be going a lot quicker than normal. I know they say as you get older, it seems to go faster, but it does seem to be, a little extra.
Just be because I'm getting older, but I'm hearing a lot of other people saying the same thing. And so we need to be ready. The kingdom is at hand, and we need to be prepared to meet the one who made the firmament and not put our trust in man.
There it is. Nice one, FAB. Right, over to Rumble then, Gudgies. 2 episodes of Free Body Problem and then the movie, The Hail Mary Project. It's a sci-fi comedy action type thing, I think. What's his name? Ryan Gosling wakes up in a spaceship on some kind of mission. It goes with the theme of tonight, anyway. I've been waiting for it to go in HD for a few months now. Hopefully it's okay, because nowadays movies have been garbage. Hopefully this is better than the Keanu Reeves one we put on the other day, and we literally changed it for a Clockwork Orange. It was that bad. We'll see. It should be okay. Hopefully. Anyway, let's do a Harry Mark while I make a coffee, then we'll get over to Rumble. Links there, Gudgies. Let's play with a hairy Mac. This one.
Hey, come on. It's the perspective of a fish being caught. Yeah. I'm feeling myself. I'm winning. Yeah. I'm all up in my river and I'm swimming. Nothing going on, man. I'm out here once again. I'm just glistening with the scales and all of my fans. I'm just doing what I'm used to doing. Yeah, swimming through the river. It's the food I'm pursuing. I be looking for a meal that I can eat. I said I like to swim and I like to shine on beat. Hey, yo, looking for some food. I know that I gotta bite down, I'm in the mood. Yeah, it's been a while, I've been looking and I'm getting hella hungry. Then I catch something in my eye that makes me jump, G. I mean, not literally jump, I'm in the water. But it makes me twist and turn, cause I gotta go and slaughter that thing that I see shining right there. Hey, yo, it's catching my eye, and now I'm fully prepared. Hey, yo, it's wriggling and looking like a real life worm. Hey, yo, I gotta go and grab it, and I'm not concerned. I'm used to eating these things. I do it all day, every day. When I see the worm, I bite down on it. What can I say? So now I'm swimming, getting closer, homie, by the second. When it's all up in my jaw, I'm biting down, I'm about to wreck it. I bite down, feeling so satisfied. Then I feel the worst pain in my fucking life. Yo, what just happened? Oh, holy shit. I just felt a blade stab through my lip. God damn, wait, what's going on? I just wanted the worm. Now the feeling of the pain in my body, I'm concerned. I don't know what's happening. Hey, yo, I'm lacking the ability to see what's happening. I might have just got tricked. Silly me. Now all of a sudden, I can't control my motions. I thought that I was in control out here in this ocean. But now I'm getting pulled closer and closer to something. It goes against the laws of gravity. It's got me jumping. I can't regain control. Someone is trying to claim my soul. They got me yelling, oh no. And this pain in my lip, man, it really starts to hurt. Feeling like I'm getting stripped, man. I remember birth. I remember first, second day. All my memories is coming back. Light flash before my eyes. This shit is whack. I'm a fish being caught. They reeling me in. Then I notice a string and I start to wonder when am I gonna be popping out the surface. I remember a lesson that I learned that made me nervous. It came from my pop, said watch for fake bait. I said what is fake bait? He ain't have time to debate, cause he had to start swimming up the waterfall right then. So I'm trying to reflect on the conversation. Now I realize I'm getting pulled in by this string or this rope, and I can't really cope. Shit is opposite of dope. Oh shit, I'm cracking through the surface. The sunshine is in my eyes, now I'm nervous. Hey yo, now I'm floating, I'm flying, feeling like birds. But that's crazy, man, the thought of that's absurd. Cause birds are the ones in the food chain that eat me. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be a bird, that's easy to tell. But I'm flipping and flopping, non-stopping. I wonder what's going on, I hope I get dropped into the water once again. The pain is unbelievable, inconceivable. Yeah, I wish I could just get with it, bro, and get past this feeling that I'm having. Fuck the guys, it's fish catching. Damn, I know I'm about to get slaughtered. Flopping on the ground, I'm a fish out of water. God damn.
Nice. Hey Derek, how you doing, man?
Good. Hope you're doing
Just
well,
heading
PJ.
over to Rumble. Are you coming over
Yeah.
Rumble? Are you?
No, yeah,
Right,
that was my intention.
All right, guys. Rumble links that are hold on. Let me actually just put a quick post out. Come on, where are you? There you are. Right.
I also didn't feel the need to hop on while you're talking about the Artemis stuff. I mean, it's such a joke.
Yeah, it is garbage. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Like, they're not even trying to hide it anymore. Like, they're just shoving it in people's faces.
Right. Exactly.
Mm.
Oh, I see. I've lost a sub. I've lost a sub tonight. Somebody, I must have.
Oh.
I must have offended somebody.
What have you done, PJ? No,
I must have spoke wrong about the Artemis. I must have said something derogatory.
How dare you speak bad about NASA?
And that terrible. Where's my, I thought I just put I did that post go. I just literally done a post. Oh, that's it there. Is that the right one? Usually it has a little picture with it. Oh, never mind. It doesn't. It doesn't tonight. Right. Cool. Right, guys. We're heading over Rumble. If you're not joining us for movie night, thanks for being here with us. Thank you again, Kunal, for the super chat. And thank you, LJ, for the super chat. Bless you guys. Nice one, guys. And thank you, PJ, for the super chat as well. Yeah, nice one, PJ. That's such a geezer, man. Right. Heading over more. Bless, guys. Thanks for being here. If you're not joining us, I'll see you on Tuesday. But if you're joining us on Rumble, I'll see you over there. Link's already there. And I'll put it in again just for good luck. Good measure. Not luck. Right. Bless, guys. See you over there. Hear the Sunset's free. It's free.
Indeed.
Ta-da.